Well, it's about time to start getting into harvest. We had a little bit of corn left in the one 3,500 bushel bin, so got it cleaned out for the most part. There's a little bit left. It's gonna suck because I don't think there's probably 200 bushel, maybe 300 left in that bin, and that's gonna be not even close to half a load on this trailer. So, oh well, I guess just have to take a really light load to town. Makes me kind of wish we had a gravity wagon sitting around. We can just put it in there and leave it, but guess we'll just have to load up a little load because I couldn't fit it on this trailer. Well, I could have, but it would not have been safe whatsoever. Plus, would have spilled some putting the tarp on, so wasn't worth it. Makes me kind of wish we had a little bulk bin that we could have just unloaded it and put it in that bulk bin. That would have been handy, but oh well. Guess I'll just take a 300 bushel load to town. But yeah, I'll get that cleaned out. I got some corn contracted for December, so I'm gonna take some of my corn there at home, put it in the bin, and save it till December. So hopefully that works out. That I got a bunch contracted for November. Kind of sucks because we're getting close to that time where we can start picking corn. Well, it's tomorrow's the first day of October, so hopefully we got a lot of beans starting to turn and get dried out. That way we can just cut beans and ain't gonna worry about corn yet. But I think I'm gonna try to shell corn. I got a sample with me. I'll take it to the office up down here at Ursa and see how we're looking moisture wise. And if it's dry enough, probably try to start shelling some corn, or at least get some corn shelled there at home, either tomorrow afternoon or Thursday. I think Friday is when we're going to start cutting beans. It's at McNay Farm. We got some beans there that are going to be ready, so we'll do them, then we'll be able to cut them beans there at home, I'm pretty sure. So that'll be 2 fields of beans we'll have knocked out, hopefully by next week. Well, getting her dumped. Had about 74,000 pounds on. Well, just got the semi moved up here. Picked 2 passes worth, 16 rows down, and I got 16 rows going that way. Picked off and got a hopper. Corn's doing pretty good, averaging around 15% moisture, 15.5, so a little over what we need to not get docked. But for as much corn as I'm predicting I get out of this patch, I don't really care, because no more than I picked and it filled up that quick. I was seeing a lot of corn in here, over 200 on the yield monitor, so I'll take it, because it's very rare you see 200 bushel corn on this patch, especially in the parts I just picked, because I was getting up to 215, 220 right along the road here, and that's very unusual. But 63, 74 Becks, can't beat it. But I got a hopper and I'll get it dumped and keep on picking. This up in here is a little wet, but it'll be fine. The sample I took down the elevator earlier tested 17.5, and that was the field across the road from the shop. And this was planted the exact same day, so the moisture should be around the same. Which there's some spots, kind of your lower spots, where the moisture is getting a little higher, but other than that, it's fine. They'll average out pretty good, because there's more corn reading around 15 16 than there is 17 and 18, so that'll kind of even it out. Well, second hopper so far. Corn's doing pretty good. I'm guessing it's probably going to average out about 175 or 180. If it does that, that'll be the best corn this piece has ever grown. Actually, it'll be the best piece of corn that's been grown on the home farm, period. So I think the best we've ever had is 156, or around that, 150 something. Well, just about got enough room where I can pull the semi into the field, because it's got to sit up here this evening. Ain't no sense in taking it home or taking it back to the farm, because well, it'll have to go to the elevator. Might as well just leave it here. Then my house is right next to this field, so I can just walk up to the semi in the morning and take it to town. Can we just admire for a second how good we managed to get this truck looking? It took a lot of damn work to get the wheels shined up and get this truck to be red again instead of pink. And also redid the door. There used to be pinstriping on it, I could tell, so redid that. Took the sticker off, you can still see where it was, and painted the name on because I think that looks better. Okay, good. All my air ain't gone. That's why I like Super 10. Start out in first and flip it to second pretty quick. Move it down a little ways, that way I'm not blowing any chaff or anything towards the truck when I hit them rows. Oh, I love the smell of fresh shelled corn. Now this will be the hopper that fills the trailer. I almost got all the end rows off on the south end of this field. Have to put extras on there because there's more of a slope down there. And we just run the rows the other way. That way it'll kind of cut down on the runoff. There's no rows. Well, the trench from the, not really a trench, but from the row units on the planter where your seed is, it gives it less of those running the wrong direction for water to run. But yeah, I am dang near full, and I'll just make it up here. And I got the terrace right here. It'll have to be picked out in the morning after I get the end rows off on the other end. But yeah, this will finish up this load. I'll take her in tomorrow morning. Well, we're back here this morning. Got a little bit of a dew on. I don't know if it's going to put me out for a little bit, but got a trailer load of corn here, so I'm going to haul it off, see what the moisture's reading on it. We got a little corn left in the bin from what I was hauling yesterday. I'm probably going to go up to the bin. I think there's 300 bushel left. So I'll go ahead and put that on this trailer and mix it with this corn. That way we get rid of the corn, and I ain't gonna make a trip with not even half a trailer load, so it'll make it worth the trip. So it'll throw me off, means we know roughly how much is in the bin. That'll get us close enough to what we expect this field to make. So it'll be good. And for everybody who don't really know me and ain't been around me, I did get a new truck. It's a 2004 LB7 Duramax, and yes, it's two-wheel drive, but I bought it for a heck of a deal. It just did roll over 190,000 2 weeks ago. It needed injectors when I bought it. We had that done, put 45 overs for injectors. Then it's got a 5 tuner on it. It's a little rowdy now, but it's not turned up a lot, but it's turned up enough. But yeah, bought it for a heck of a deal down at Wheeler's, the auction. Now I was talking with Grandpa and we were like, well, 97% of the time you're in two-wheel drive. You rarely ever need four-wheel drive. Like I told him, I said, not having four-wheel drive will keep me from putting that truck in situations where I need it. And like in the wintertime, that truck will be parked and I'll just drive the old Ford because, well, it's got full drive. It's starting to rust out already, and it's got a heck of a heater. That truck, it's got a few specks of rust on the rocker panels, which is very normal for them trucks, but it's not bad, so I'll probably pull it in this winter and touch them spots up, sand them down, and probably that frame paint we use for our semis, they do have white, so I'll use some of that on the rocker panels and cab corners because it's gloss white, so it'll match for the most part, and there's usually dirt covering it anyway, so it'll work good. But yeah, I've wanted a Duramax. If I ever did get another truck, I was going to get a diesel. That way I had a truck I could pull. And I've hauled the skid steer with it already, and pulls good. The brakes do need some work. It just needs new pads and new calipers. Well, not calipers, but rotors. That'll get done this winter. Well, didn't have much of a line to pull into. I was at the very end of the line, but at least I wasn't over in the bullpen. I was actually on the grounds. Well, they're running 3 dumps today, so that'll help out a lot. They had 2 trucks on pit 1, 2 trucks on 3, and I was the only truck on pit 2 because my corn, I'm probably a little higher moisture than any of them other guys, because it was 17%. I'm gonna see what the dock is. If it ain't much of a dock, I'm gonna keep picking because it's picking good, and as dirty as it is, I'd hate to pick it any drier than this. Bushel on this field, being an old clay hillside. Yes, the moisture's up there a little bit, but it's fine. Now, second hopper so far. I've got the tears picked out on one side, and I got to do those right there. I can do that flat, but I'm going to go ahead and pick below the tears and get all that cleaned up, then leave the best part of the field for last. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and go back there and get that piece too while I'm picking. Well, I believe I mentioned before that we needed to switch reels on ahead. Well, old reel's already off and the new reel's going on. How about that? The things I drive up to. Although some of this corn right here looks a little thin, according to my yield monitor, it's doing pretty good. But if I get one more trailer load out of what I got left, I am going to be ecstatic, because I went ahead and figured it out what 3 trailer loads would be roughly, and I was planning on setting a record here, and if it does what it's going to, I'm going to pass what I was expecting by quite a bit. Well, last pass. After I get this pass done, I should have a full hopper and my trailer will be almost full. Which I'm still on track to getting what I think I'm going to get. So, thumbs up to that. Either way, with what we've had so far, it's still some of the best corn this farm has ever grown. Well, this corn back here is doing exceptional so far. A good chunk of it, actually a majority of it, I bet it has been over 200 or almost 200, so should be a good piece of corn. I think this is definitely going to be a record year for the home farm, because last year was one of the best years we had weather-wise and crop-wise, and it was in beans. And the beans did pretty good. They did around 50 bushel, which best bean that's ever grown here. And corn wise, the best, like I said earlier, was in 150-ish, around that area, but we're gonna have high 100s, low 200s. I'm gonna say the home farm altogether, because it's all insured as one place, will probably average out about 180, 185, judging by what I've been in so far. Just have to see later on, but yeah, very good corn crop. It was planted at the right time for what number it is. It's 113-day corn. It's Beck's, because so is every other field we have, except for the McNay farm. It's Pioneer, but yeah, good year for corn for the most part. A lot of early corn didn't fare out so well, but that's just part of playing the game. Well, about got this field opened up. I got end rows to do on that end. That won't take me very long, but this right up here takes a little bit to open up. But I'll get her. I'll take this load to town. Got to drop Mom off at the Eagles. Means I'm going that way. I'll just drop her off on the way to the elevator, on the way back, depends. But this will be the last load I'll be able to get into town today. Because time I get this hauled off and get back here and get it loaded again, it'll be after 7, and they close at 7, so I'll just load up a trailer tonight, then tomorrow morning when the dew's on, I'll haul it off. Come back and get the combine greased up and be good to go again. This is the last field I'm going to pick for now. I'm going to take the combine back up to the shop and change the oil when I get done with this field. It means the combine will be warm. Then get it all switched over and get it ready to start cutting beans, because I think we're going to take both combines over to McNay's and get that cut, and probably cut these here at home, because Wyatt's won't be ready yet. They still got a lot of yellow in them. So we'll come back here, get this field here at home cut. That's probably all we'll do then, because we'll probably have some more corn to pick, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Rick will have some beans ready, I don't know. By the time we get that at McNay's picked and this here at home, it'll just either be a see where we go next or sit and wait. Well, got the load hauled off, swung by the Eagles, dropped Mom off, ate supper. Now I'm back here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a load. That way in the morning while the dew's on and it's wet, I can haul it off. And really, I'm picking now. Heck, it's drier now than it was all day. I was getting into some 11 and 14% moisture. Kind of wishing I had that today. They wouldn't have docked me near as much, but I wanted to get these 2 fields out, so it is what it is. But I should have another trailer load easy, and I think I may have a trailer load after that. I will have a light load, I'm guarantee it. If I have a light load, I'll go to the bin, get that other 300 bushel if it'll fit. That way that bin will be empty when I pick that very back 20 acres. I'm going to put it in the bin, and what we have run over I'll take to town. Yeah, it's pretty peaceful out here. I like picking at night. It's peaceful. Can't see as good as you can during daylight, but it's all good. Corn ain't doing too bad. Went ahead and sent a picture of my monitor at the highest I've seen today. Sent it to my local Beck's dealer at Case Spear Ag. If you watch this, Michael, you're welcome. You got a plug. But sent it to him, and he said it was pretty dang good for old Clay Hillside. Ain't heard back from him. I told him that field I picked was the highest yield this farm's ever seen. So we'll see what he says. We may get featured this year, because last year we were going to do it, but we didn't end up getting it in time. But we're going to do one of them yield signs that have the total yield on it and what number it was and all that. Get a picture taken with it. Well, we got a little bit of a line this morning, but when I pulled in, I was only second truck over here. So, not too bad. Just, I bet they had a line of trucks this morning right when they opened. 'Cause everybody wants to be first to get here at 8 o'clock when they open up the scales and everything. And I'm like, what's the point if everybody shows up wanting to be first? Then you're going to have a hell of a line. You're going to have to wait anyway. I wait till after 8, after they've done open. Time I get here, I can run straight through. You use a hell of a lot less fuel sitting here waiting. So, oh well. Well, it's be my second hopper. I think I'm just going to have one trailer load back here, the way it's looking. I'm probably going to be a heavy trailer load, but I'm going to just have a trailer load. That corn right there is doing real good. That right there won't amount to much. Then that corn down on that very end down there, it didn't do all that well. It never does. Because it's white dirt down there, and you can't do much with that. It don't hold water, or it just don't hold moisture in general, so it pretty well dried up down there. Oh well. This will be my last load, so I'm gonna bring combine in, start draining the oil out of it, and put a new filter on it and all that. It needs that. Then we got the door at the very bottom of the clean grain auger. I put a patch on it the other day before I started. It just needs to be replaced. We got a new one at the store. So, put a new one on there, then should be good to go from there. be my last load. I got done picking that last patch. I'm gonna quit for now. Means the corn's as wet as it is. I'm just gonna leave the rest of it. I just wanted to get them 2 patches out. When I get back, I'm gonna run the co-op and talk to Jason about getting a price on some wheat. I think in them corn stalks, I'm gonna take that Great Plains drill in the 4640 and drill wheat in them 2 patches. That way next summer we'll get that wheat cut, then I'll have some beans I can put there, kind of get 2 crops in 1 year if I can. I know wheat beans don't generally do as good as regular beans do, but I just want to try it. It's been years since we've grown wheat. I never remember growing any wheat on the farm. I know we cut some for Danny Logston on that McNay farm a long time ago. Then we cut that wheat for the neighbor a couple years ago. But I've never actually been around a growing wheat crop, so I'm gonna try a little bit. It's 28 acres worth, so if the beans don't do all that well, oh well, they're insured. But it's just worth a try. Just say I've grown some wheat. Well, that's about the heaviest load I think I've pulled in one of these trailers. Definitely a little over what we like them to be, but I didn't want to be carrying a light